Have you ever realized that even as students, we hold more power and influence than you think? Even though we don't have an official title, we are able to share knowledge, build relationships, and use our voices in order to shape the people around us. In this speech, I will look at my own personal leadership through two questions. One, the type of powers I have as a student and how I can use these powers to influence communication. And two, looking at the leadership theories I have learned in order to contribute to my own skills. Starting off with the first question, what types of powers have I learned as a student, and how can these powers influence my communication with others? These powers influence my communication with others, including my peers, professors, and administrators. They help with my collaboration and contribution to my own academic community. The first power I have learned about is information power, and this is where I'm able to take the knowledge I learned and use it to influence others. I learned this in Chapter 18 from Biollante. The second power I have is expert power, where I'm able to take my special knowledge to influence others that maybe some other people don't have the same to offer, or it's something unique. Lastly, there is connection power, where I'm able to benefit off of my relationships with others, and I'm able to get things that I normally might not be able to get. An example of how I exercise these powers is when I would study physics with my friend. We would show up the day before tests and work on practice problems, and this really allowed us to get knowledge and resources that we wouldn't have when working alone. This is a great example of connection power, as the influence came from the relationship rather than a position of authority. This really allowed us to strengthen our relationship, and as a result, turned us into better and smarter students. These powers allow me to approach communication with a sense of collaboration, confidence, and self-respect. Now moving on to the second question, how do these leadership theories contribute to my own skills? These leadership theories are very important in allowing me to adapt to different situations and also look at how I can maintain my natural style. The first theory I learned is transformational leadership, where you set a vision in people's minds and you inspire them to turn that vision into reality. Next is situational leadership, where you look at many external factors and you look at what is the best communication style in order to cater to a specific group. Lastly, there's the goal setting theory, where a leader and team members come up with clear and specific goals with shared expectations, and they make these goals challenging yet attainable. And if done right, they can lead to a lot of growth and success. An example of me exercising these three theories is through my coaching. I use transformational leadership in order to set the vision to my players that I want them to become leaders in their faith, community, and chosen profession. I use situational leadership to change my teaching style every year, explaining things in ways that they are able to understand. Lastly, I use the goal setting theory to come up with goals as a team, which allows us to see what we really want to accomplish, whether that's more wins or what we want to do to develop players. These relationship theories allow me to really adapt to different situations. Even as a student, I carry real power and influence through the relationships I build, the knowledge I share, and the networks I create. The next time you think about power and relationship, remember that regardless of where we stand, our ability to influence is real, and it really shapes our success and the success of those around us. So just remember, leadership isn't about a title, it's about the choices we make every day and the impact these choices have on others. Thank you.